Door Radio, nextdoorradio.com, and the Nextdoor Radio app. My name is Trace Now. We appreciate you for tuning in to our program here today. Our phone number 919-618-9258, 919-618-9258. We've got a good show lined up for you here today. Make sure you can give us a call, 919-618-9258, or shoot us an email at contact@nextdoorradio.com, or you can even send a chat in by way of our video stream here today. Mayor of Oxford, Guillermo Nurse, joins us here. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Trey. Good morning to all the wonderful citizens of the greatest city in North Carolina, Oxford.
There you go. So how's it been? Of course, congratulations on being elected of Oxford. This is I think the second time we've had you on since the election, I believe. But how's it kind of going? How's the beginning stages of being mayor of Oxford?
Well, it's a learning process, but you got to move with it real fast. You can't drag along with it. There's a whole lot going on in the city. There's a whole lot more needs to happen in the city. So that's what I've been doing. I've been working with the city manager, and I've had good communication with the county manager, the county commissioners, a lot of the commissioners on the board, and plus the staff at the city hall. And we have a lot of issues going on.
And so, Nurse joins us here by way of our in-studio and video today. 919-618-9258 is our phone number here for local talk. So has there been anything that you've been kind of surprised about coming into the office here in Oxford?
I'm surprised a couple technology items we need to address. I'm surprised of the difficulties that a lot of the department has experienced, and you out here on the streets and you hear a lot of things, but it's totally different when you really sit down with them and you see it in black and white, the issues they have. So that's one of the things I want to work to make sure it's as transparent as possible. And that'd be a lot easier for us in the city. Keep transparency and be proactive. I want to be a step ahead of our citizens asking the stuff. We want to have the solution and implementing a lot of items. That's why I said we want to get away from being a reactive city to a proactive city.
So talk a little bit about some of the goals. I know talking during your candidacy, you talked a little bit about the goals, but what are some of those that you're starting to kind of see move in motion in the process moving forward?
Well, one of the biggest things I talked to my candidacy was unity, equality. And this weekend, with the MLK birthday and holiday, it was a big thing to see people from all walks of life, white, black, brown, whatever, you name it, talks about unity, how we need unity. I see a couple of students from Webb and all the high school students did some nice essays, and you get a good view of what the young generation is looking at. So I'm looking towards that, and a couple other things we need to look at as far as the pollution fire department and public works department. There's some issues we need to get there, and obviously we know we have the street repairs that needs to be done, and that's moving, and hopefully we'll get that going by early spring as soon as the asphalt plants gets back online. Can't do nothing because they're shut down right now. So we're making that top priority because the citizens want to maintain the streets, and then there's other issues like I said we need to work on the police department, fire department, and help out the Parks and Recs.
Guillermo Nurse, Mayor of Oxford, joins us here for our Local Talk program live here today of our coverage on Nextdoor Radio, nextdoorradio.com, and the Nextdoor Radio apps. What are some of the conversations you're having with some of the local businesses here in the downtown, of course, and the broad range here in Oxford?
Let's start with the businesses that are outside the city. They want to be included in everything that happens in the city. So that's what we're going to do. We got George's, we have Massillon, Toros, you have out there at exit 204 with a Southern, I can't remember the name exactly. They want to be part of the city. They want to be included in all activities in the city. So we got to do that. Our downtown businesses, obviously, especially the guys in Hillsborough, they're talking about the streets, and they're a little upset because we're going to have to really shut down part of the streets to redo that. But I think it's optimistic. In the past week, I've had 3 investors seek me out, asking to do business in the city.
Oh, nice.
So that's good. I right away I talked to our specialist, Alyssa Blair. Alyssa Blair's her name,
Mhm.
right? And she's going to be working with them. Uh, so that's interesting. I
Mhm.
have another gentleman from Durham coming up this week. He wants to talk to me about bringing business into the city,
Hmm.
and that's good. We have a lot of empty space, empty facilities here. And of course, the big thing we talked about during my campaign was the
Mhm.
second floor in all these buildings. So we're working on that. City manager's got a plan. We're working
Awesome.
on it. And hopefully we can present it to the owners and we can really push to get the second floors occupied
Mhm.
with businesses.
Now, not to throw you under the bus or anything, are you allowed to say any of those potential businesses coming in?
I would not like to do, I would not do that.
There you go.
I would not do that because out of
I had to
respect to
try.
them.
I had to try.
You know,
Yeah.
they're good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
Out of respect to them. It's something that I'm gonna definitely need all the time. Not a gym I go. I have a gym I go to, but it's good. We're gonna have some good things coming on, and I think we do that. Again, the second floors, if we can get them occupied, get the business owners, get a business plan, uh, we'll make it happen.
Gilman Nurse joins us here, Mayor of Oxford, here a part of our local talk program. It's awesome to hear that no matter what we have going on, we're growing and thriving, and that's the best thing that we can even possibly imagine. I want to remind you about the rescheduled Board of Commissioners meeting tonight, Tuesday the 16th. Beginning at 6 p.m. here today. Of course, that's 300 Williamsburg Street, Oxford. If you want to be a part of that, you can head over to the City Hall. But also, if you can't go, you can do it by way of our stream here on Nextdoor Radio and nextdoorradio.com and the Nextdoor Radio app. Of course, you've been thrown into the fire when it comes to the board meetings. How is that going for you? The transition for that for you?
Well, the transition from that's going well. We had our first agenda meeting. The last meeting was canceled, obviously due to the weather condition. As you see, we put out online. It was a joint decision between the city manager and myself, which is good that we're both working together. Uh, Me for myself, I figured I could come. I thought I should have. I would have made it to the meeting. I was already dressed at home,
I was right here. Yep.
and but once the tornado warnings come in, I said, look, the safety of our citizens, of the commissioners, of everybody, the staff, let's just put it off. There's no need to risk that to bring people out in that type of weather.
There you go, Gamer Nurse. All right, of course, we like to finish all of these programs with a sit down with local government about anything that you have on the floor that you want to mention or say or anything like that.
There's 3 things I'm working on. I'm a little long-winded today. You're cutting me off, but I'm long-winded. Along the unity and the development of the city, there's a lot of issues in the city that needs to be addressed. I am working with some of our local pastors, some of our local businessmen. We are going to be putting together what we call a task force that we will sit down, a focus group. We're going to sit down, look at the issues of the city, pick the people where you're specialists, that's where you specialize in, and we're going to get together and try to get a plan to work with the city. To the city, we have a lot of homeless problem right now. If you go out in the streets, you see a lot of folks homeless. Today, it's very important that we get out there and see what's going on. So I'm going to do a couple calls and Pastor Morton, we're going to reach out Bishop Betts, the sheriff, the fire chief, the police chief. The weather's going to be cold for the next 8-9 days, and we have these homeless people. So we need to address that situation. Right now in the city, we do not have a facility to house them. I have somewhere in mind I want to propose, and I'll say it right here. The whole health center we had back here,
Oh, yeah.
that building is empty. We can do something there. We can condition it and make it an emergency shelter for homeless and so forth. The other thing we have is and the task force is going to be addressed, and we have had a lot of opioid problems on the city. We have people dying, overdose in the city. A young lady just died recently in a hotel. We have a drug problem. A lot of people say, okay, what the police is doing? The police is doing what they can. The police is they have 5 openings right now. If you're interested in being a law officer, please reach out to Chief Ford. And we need to fill those vacancies. We have a lot of eyes. I addressed earlier the police department. We have stuff to do to work with the city and the police department. So we're working to do that. And the last thing I'm going to address,
You're fine.
I'm telling you, I'm
You're
long-winded
good. You're
today.
fine. You're good.
I visited the superintendent's schools back in November. Okay. And my plan is, the superintendent was very clear. You need some men to come out and go to the classes. We need a few good men, not the movie, a few good men and women. What I'm doing is I'm making it my task. I'm tasking myself. I would go visit 2 to 3 schools a month.
Okay.
Because I want to cover every school, all age groups in the county, because they need help with education. If you look at the ledger last week, the superintendent had to address basically a full page of accusations and stuff like that. And when I was down there, what the staff is crying about, that nobody comes down the system. So we have a lot of professionals, a lot of business people, a lot of educators in the city that are retired. Let's go sit and work with the education department, because guess what? Growth and everything goes with education. If you're a parent and you want to move to Oxford or Granville County, not just Oxford, you're going to look at the education rating. And if it's down, you'll say no. So this is my thing. And a good friend just wrote me this last week. See, if he's listening, you know I'm talking about it. He said, as the city goes, the county goes. As the county goes, the city goes. So we got to work in hand to hand. So I'm asking anyone that has time, please contact my office, contact City Hall, get on schedule, or contact the superintendent of schools office. Get on schedules, get on lists, go visit school, go have lunch for the kids, go sit with them. I have 2 commissioners goes and read with them. Mayor Pro Tem Fields and John Toby goes do a reading buddy program. We need to take care of our future. And if we don't do that, we're in trouble. But also take care of our seniors. We cannot forget we have a growing population, aging population. So we need to keep them in mind and work with programs and develop situation and programs where they can come out and do arts and crafts and stuff like that. I know I'm running out of time.
You're fine, my friend. You're good.
I'm
Like I said,
long-winded, and Pastor Morton is waiting out there, but he's more long-winded than me, so that's why.
There you go. Again, my name is Trace, on behalf of our local talk program, sitting with the mayor of Oxford, Guillermo Nurse. My friend, God bless you. Thank you so much. I will see you tonight for the regular meeting for the Board of Commissioners meeting. That is tonight, the 16th of January at 6 p.m. You can catch the live stream here on Nextdoor Radio, nextdoorradio.com, and all of these social media outlets. My friend, God bless you. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you very much, Trey, and we are blessed to have you in
I
this
appreciate
city.
that
You're in everything. You're out there getting the communication to everyone. We're blessed.
Well, I appreciate that.
You're
I
blessed,
love
brothers.
it. Well,
Thank
love
you
it, and I
very much.
appreciate it.
God bless you and your family.
I appreciate that. Again, until next time, my name is Trace Nine. On behalf of our local talk program, Pastor Ronnie Morton will be coming up to talk about his upcoming event here.
He's long-winded.
I know.